Good morning. My name is Mairi Cooper. Being 2015 Pennsylvania Teacher of the Year, my schedule has gotten busier and busier. I so wish that I could be with you today, learning how to teach like a superstar. Rather, I get to be queen for the day. My students and I are living in the world of Disney this morning. We are introducing preschoolers through second graders to stringed instruments. The idea for this concert came from one of my students, Jessica. She dared to think like a superstar. 2 years ago, Jessica's cousins attended a concert for younger children. They were disappointed with their experience. Jessica immediately identified the problem. The children never got to actually touch or be near stringed instruments. She then dreamed of a different model. She wanted to have teenagers dress up as Disney characters and play a concert for little kids. After the concert, the high schoolers would introduce the kids to all the different string instruments, a sort of instrumental petting zoo. Jessica also wanted the younger kids to decorate poster board cutouts of string instruments that they could take home with them. After dreaming this, she analyzed her vision. She realized that the preschoolers might need smaller instruments, so she contacted a local dealer and borrowed some. She decided that all of the music should be from Disney movies. She planned how to use the lobby space for the petting zoo and cut out dozens of small poster board violins. We performed the concert, and Jessica immediately revised her plan. She changed musical selections, exchanging longer pieces for shorter ones, and replacing older movie music with newer tunes. She added further craft activities for the kids. She ordered stickers that they could accumulate as they went through the petting zoo. Finally, she envisioned a new concert. As queen, I am instituting her vision. I think that Jessica is a superstar. She identified, dreamed, analyzed, revised, and envisioned again her project. This is what great teachers do every day. They identify objectives, dream of new and exciting ways to present material, analyze what worked and what didn't, revise their plan, and then envision a new lesson. As the Pennsylvania Teacher of the Year, I have been incredibly fortunate to go into a number of schools and observe teachers in their element. I have been absolutely overwhelmed by the skills and talents of my colleagues across the Commonwealth. I challenge you to step into any school and not find a teacher who blows your socks off, a teacher who inspires you, a teacher who dreams, a teacher who dares their students to reach for the stars, a teacher like Doreen Petrie. Mrs. Petrie teaches environmental science and anatomy at Collegiate Academy in Erie. Her classroom reflects her values. Plants are growing on every windowsill, and a dollhouse that the students designed to be self-sustaining and energy efficient sits in the middle of the room. Mrs. Petrie is a petite woman with more energy in her pinky than I have in my entire body. I first saw her from a distance as she checked the recycling and composting bins in the cafeteria during lunch. If environmental science is primarily about understanding processes and systems, Mrs. Petrie teaches by example. Her approach to teaching is rooted in understanding and changing systems. 7 years ago, Mrs. Petrie identified energy issues within the school district. She dreamed of a solution and created an energy education program in her classroom. The school district saved $86,000 simply by having students initiating behavioral changes, not only with their peers, but more importantly, with adults. Mrs. Petrie didn't stop there. She analyzed and revised her approach, and then she envisioned the next step, a full-fledged sustainability program. She wrote grants to fund a new science curricula from elementary school through high school that addresses issues, from Erie's food deserts, the schools are planting urban gardens, to recycling, as I witnessed at lunch. In fact, Collegiate Academy was just awarded a Samsung National Grant to create a vertical garden on the outside of their building. Mrs. Petrie is a superstar. She dreams and she dares. There are teachers like this all across the Commonwealth. Their students learn not only information for a test, but they also learn to dare. They learn to create ideas and then to look at those with a critical eye. They learn to revise their plans and to envision the next step. Teachers all across the Commonwealth are dreaming for their students and are challenging their students to dream for themselves. They are creating the visionary minds that we need to lead us into the future. They are encouraging the ideas of the Jessicas of the world. Speaking of Jessica, I had better go. I'm sorry not to be with you today, but I am so excited to see what my student has dared to dream. I am so excited to watch her be a superstar. After all, this is why we try to teach like superstars, so that our students can outshine us. Queen Mairi has to attend court. Enjoy your conference.